eternally grateful for being able to use my gift and share it with you all. So yeah, I just really appreciate the support. If you happen to stumble upon this video and you don't know who I am, again, I'm Maxine the Oracle. I'm one half of Remnants Gathering. It's also, we call it Weirdo Gang Gang, because we tend to be people who are weird, outcasts, and black sheeps, people who question things, never fit in, and always were kind of able to see that there was something wrong with the programming and indoctrination and what had been given to us as being the truth. So that's why we use that. I am also a twin flame, where we reincarnated to get it right, but we're twin flames, but we're also soulmates as well, which is rare. His name is Ernest, Baba Ernest. He is taking care of some stuff because we're gonna have a 3 a.m. flight back home. We are in Arizona. We visited Mesa, Phoenix, I mean, every area we could within 2 to 3 hours of where we are. We went to several different vortexes. These are some of the most powerful vortexes. It seems to be the United States, where people from all over the world come to experience the vortex. So with this reading today, this is super special because this is the eclipse. We have the eclipse that's happening today. Okay, the lunar eclipse is happening today, which is the 3rd lunar eclipse, if I'm not mistaken, of this year. So, you got a lot of triple dark goddess energy, so to speak. I always try to remind y'all, triple dark goddess energy is one of the energies that has really helped me to heal, integrate, and be able to help other people go through different phases and cycles of life and their spiritual awakening. So this is special, this eclipse, being that it's the 3rd one, a lot of divine feminine energy returning to the planet. So I'm going to start off the cards using my Dark Goddess deck, specifically for this reason. And if my spirit guides, my ancestors, the goddesses that guide me, if they speak to me and tell me to use a different deck, I will, and I will let you know the name of the deck for those of you all who are interested in like the decks that I use. So yeah, I think that's it. Before I get started, I want to show y'all something, share something with you. So we have this candle. First of all, it is a sword candle, okay, and it's made by a specific coven. I can't remember the name, but it's very, very powerful. This candle is a seance candle. That's typically what it's used for. Blue typically is really good for guiding people who, transition or died. So yeah, a lot of us have been dead and we're being awakened, and we're figuring out what it means to truly live. So this is relevant as to the death that many of us have had to experience, a lot of rebirth. And with rebirth, there has been death as well. So we've been purging and stuff has been dying and no longer serves us. So that's one of the main reasons I want to use this candle. Also because just a lot of the energy that's coming in to me, anything that's going to help connect us through mediumship to the cosmos and to the divine mother, the divine feminine energy from which creation is created, the connection to us and our spirit guides. So yeah, I felt like this would be the perfect candle to use. Now this rock right here is really, really special. It might just look like a simple rock, but this is special because here in Sedona, like I was talking about the vortex and everything, there are these red rocks, these red mountains, and very, very powerful, very powerful. And you can do some research and learn about the vortexes, Sedona, the power of it. And so this right here is just a representation of the energy that is coming in. Hopefully you all are doing things to keep yourself grounded, because with the electromagnetic radiation, the toxic atmospheric pollution, it causes us to not be grounded. So that's why I wanted to make sure I had this. And we're also gonna run a special We have a whole package that we're creating with this vortex energy. And this vortex energy, we're going to show you all pictures of the trees and stuff that grow here. And they actually grow and they just begin twisting around each other. It's really beautiful to see. And so they're responding to that vortex spiral of energy, so to speak. And yeah, I don't want to talk too much, but oh, one last thing. This is my new baby. Ain't she beautiful? Ain't she beautiful? Look at that. So beautiful. This just spoke to me. I walked in the store and I was just like, this is what I came here for. I need her. I need her all up in my life. And I walked past and I was like, I'm just being impulsive, you know. And then I was like, on my way to the other side of the store, it spoke to me again. And I was like, okay, you got to come home with me. But it's crazy because I didn't think I was worthy. I was like, I'm not ready for that. I'm not worthy. I ain't there yet. And then she called me and she was like, you were born ready. You just forgot. So this is the story behind this. Of course, segment was the very first spirit guide, the first archetypal energy, Netter, the goddess, divine feminine, primordial energy. So that's why I have her present. And I also have Isis present, of course, all about rebirth, all about healing. And as you all know, for you all have been following us, she's been working really, really closely to me. She's been standing really close to me and helping me. So yes, this is why I wanted to represent the two of them in this reading. And I also have my potion. This is the potion that we're going to make available to you guys very soon. This potion is very, very powerful. Just the smell of it is captivating and it's magnetic. It has blue lotus flower in it, which is really rare and hard to find. And I went all out to make this. I really did. I gave it my all. So we'll be making this available to you guys too. So yeah, I think that's everything. I'm gonna take a sip and then we're gonna get into it. Oh, okay, so let's get into it. Let's see. So how can we benefit from the eclipse happening tonight, the lunar eclipse happening tonight, the alignment of the full moon, the full buck moon, sometimes called the dharma day moon. Dharma is just all about manifesting the light and completing the spiritual mission in which you are here for, and clearing karmic debt. And we know that a lot of this energy is helping us to be more spiritually minded and lessen our ego. So we are thankful, and with gratitude and love, I am approaching this reading through my heart center, using the wisdom and guidance of the divine feminine energy, which is very present right now on the planet, and to guide me using the wisdom within my womb. So what is important for us to know about this astrological alignment? Oh my goodness, see, I knew it. This is gonna turn into an hour-long reading. I'm so tired. I have slept 2 hours. I slept 2 hours in the last 3 days, and I am so tired. I'm almost I want to pass out. I'm almost delirious, but I knew I wanted to get this done because I really want to be a good representation, you know, and practice what I preach and keep my word. So I'm pushing through. I read your emails and your comments, and thank y'all so much for sending me good vibrations and our way to assist us on this journey. It has really been beneficial, and it's because of you that I am even able to be in this sacred space with you all, create this sacred space with y'all. So I wanted to say this is a good time to drop anything that you've been worried about. Take a deep breath, release it, and we're gonna connect with the heart, completely remove the ego, remove the mind, remove the analytical thinking, and let's just go into our intuition and allow our spiritual gifts to connect right now. So I asked what was important to know, and the very first card that I pulled is Hein Nu Te Po, a Pe. And this represents trust. And this seems to be a goddess, probably that was represented. I don't know much about her because there are a lot of goddesses in here from many cultures around the world, and so I'm still learning them. She feels a very Aztec or Mayan type of energy. And I was just talking about the intuition and the heart, and you have to be able to trust yourself to do that. So yes, this is important to know under this energy, as we are learning the lesson of being able to trust our own inner being, our own higher self, being able to trust the ancient wisdom that is within you, and being able to trust the process of the spiritual awakening that we are experiencing. So it's so perfect that this was the first card that we pulled. So I'm going to read more about this particular goddess to you all. Let's see. What do we have here? This is one I've never pulled in a reading, so I'm really curious to see the full story behind this. Okay, so with this deck, this is the Dark Goddess deck that I like to use, and it usually gives like an affirmation or mantra or spell, however you want to put it, whatever works for you. And so this is what it says: lies, betrayal, hurts, and pain. Won't believe or hope again. Release all doubt, for it's a must. Seize the truth and learn to trust. By the power of the Dark Goddess in me, protection is in place. Blessed be. Okay. It says, when trust is broken, when what you thought was true reveals itself to be otherwise, it can feel like the whole world is upside down. That day is night, and it feels like all hope is lost. The very idea of continuing on in life can seem so fraught with emptiness and loneliness that you question the point of your very existence. A lot of us have been experiencing it, I definitely believe this is something that the collective is experiencing right now. It says, but you must trust in Hein Nu Te Po, or Hein Nu Te Po. It says, don't look back in anger. And that's interesting because this alignment, there's Mars and Aries, and so that just triggers frustration and anger, and your anger has been coming to the surface more than you would like for it to. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. Okay, so don't look back in anger, but go with her now through the darkness, and you will come out the other side again. This goddess has sacrificed much in order to spare you the worst of it. This moon is definitely filled with a lot of grace. It says sometimes it is, and the eclipse energy, sometimes it is through a lack of understanding, or overstanding, that we are left in the dark. So if you need to ask questions, do so, for the truth, no matter how painful now, is better than a lifetime of not knowing or living a lie. It's really good for us because awakening can be really painful. Awakening can make you feel like everyone has lied to you your whole life. It's not that you're looking for somebody to blame or be angry with about it, but it's just the reality of it. And this is just a part of our soul contract and what we're here to do. It says, Hein Nu Te Po is a reminder of your inner strength. Others can benefit from what you have lived through. That's so important. That is so important. Especially the stuff that we've been experiencing for the last 5 years, like that right there, we're seeing the fruition of that now, and we're also getting a new beginning. So now that 5-year cycle has ended and is passing with this eclipse and with this full buck moon, Dharma day moon, Guru moon alignment, you are able to change the trajectory of your life So whatever was true for you for the past 5 years doesn't have to be true for you anymore, and you can decide this day, okay? It says, then this is the foresight that each card has. You are being given a second chance. Walk away from a bad situation and learn to trust your gut feeling. Don't dwell on the past. Learn from your mistakes, but don't take the blame for the mistakes of others. Speak up before it's too late. Someone will surprise you. And so that just speaks to me. It's a lot of movement. It's a lot of emotional, energetic movement going on whenever you're clearing things that your soul has been contracted with and things like that. Your relationships with people is always going to be a direct reflection of the unseen, okay, of the subconscious. Our subconscious mind communicates with us through our relationships with people, our relationships, period. So it could be a relationship with money, people, family, friends, your relationship with your own spirit guides, your ancestors, all of that. So this is the time for you to stand on whatever it is true for you to stand on that, and to don't ignore your gut feeling. You know, I was just saying, we got to learn how to trust ourselves, and to be able to do readings, it requires a lot of trust in the divinity that is within, and that you are able to communicate that message with accuracy and clarity. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing with being able to do any type of divination, is being able to trust the information that is coming through. Now, here's some history about this particular goddess. Archetypal septic of the Polynesian origin, Hin-Nu Te Po turned her back on the light and fled to the underworld. Haven't a lot of us done that? This is how the awakening happens. You go into the abyss. You go into the darkness. You go into the shadows within your life. You go into the realities that are painful to see. Going into darkness is significant, synonymous with the third eye. So it's with the third eye that you are able to go into darkness, go into the underworld, go into your subconscious, go into the abyss. This is the real Armageddon. This is the real apocalypse that is happening. And it is of opening of the heart to lead us to new spiritual elevation. So yeah, a lot of us have had to flee from what was safe for us, what seemed to be light, because we knew that the power was actually coming from the darkness, and all of the information has been stored within the subconscious. And this is why advertisements and movies and Hollywood use so many tactics to program the subconscious mind. So it's very important to go in there and clear some stuff out. And so this is what's happening for us energetically. Okay, it says, okay, so she fled to the underworld. So having discovered that the father of her children was also her own father. That's a painful truth. I can relate to this because I know people who have experienced this, and that's a very painful truth. It says, unable to live with the shame she felt at this betrayal, she embraced death, becoming its goddess. She is salvation and the chance for all to be reborn, literally, through her body. Wow. So, yeah, I definitely feel like healing, this is this card again, healing is available to us through the dark goddess, through the divine feminine energy. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. Let's go a little deeper, okay? Oh man, I already know what's gonna happen. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. So what, under this energy, with the clarity and using the amplification of the eclipse and the full moon, could you please let us know what is the real issue on a collective level that is affecting us spiritually? Other than trust, we got that. What new information do you have for us? So I pull Sedona. I hope I'm saying this right. Sedona. She represents inspiration. Okay, and the card, you see this here. So this is the issue for a lot of us. We don't feel inspired. We don't feel inspired. to do magic, to reprogram the subconscious mind, to script your life, to take control of your life, to commit yourself to your spiritual empowerment, to be willing to make sacrifices to do that, to be willing to walk into the dark places, face the fear, face the pain, face your core wounds and begin to heal. And you have to have inspired action so that the healing can be fulfilled. So a lot of us are feeling inspiration right now. And I feel like this card is coming up to let us know, don't just feel the inspiration, but begin acting on the inspiration. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so I still want to read more about this goddess. So let's get into this. Ceridwen. Is it Ceridwen or Ceridwen? Y'all know I can't talk half the time. And I'm supposed to be a rapper. I be struggling. I've been doing mashups of words lately. Yeah. So this is what it says. Ceridwen, inspiration. Okay, here is the spell. Hubble, bubble, cast out trouble. Clear your mind now on the double. Sip of magic from her potions. Ideas inspire creative notions. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. Here's the guidance. Sometimes the world seems so bleak that only hopelessness stares you in the face. Stirring that cauldron of emotional darkness inspires nobody, and it is a dangerous path of the mind that you have been treading lately. You are shrouded by other people's negative comments and projections and have come to believe these lies. You only see the negative aspects of life. Wow. Your perception has become warped and is in urgent need of some magical transformation. Allow Ceridwen, the keeper of the cauldron, to brew up a magical potion. Drink of the wisdom she offers you and allow the scales to fall from your eyes to see the beauty that surrounds you. As she breathes inspiration through your mind, feel the cobwebs blow away. Creative expression, new beginnings, and clear vision are to be embraced when Ceridwen offers a drop of her transformative tincture. Interesting because I told you I was making these potions with this energy, and we also made potions with the last eclipse that we had. So yeah, this makes sense because these potions really do help to inspire you into movement, to inspire action. It says negative views have clouded your outlook. Observe your thoughts carefully. Change negative words to positive ones. Read, draw, or write. Meditate to enhance your natural wisdom. This is a good time to start a new project. Trust your visions. They go to trust again. Came through twice. It says this goddess is an archetypal rescuer of Welsh origin. Her firstborn son was so hideous that she concocted a potion in her magical cauldron, a wing, to make him a poetic genius so he would be valued in some way rather than ostracized for his appearance. Wow. Sadly, her servant accidentally drank the potion. She devoured him as punishment and then gave birth to a most beautiful boy. So this just speaks of this inspiring energy that's coming in and is actually aligning with trusting your intuition, because you can't have inspired action unless you trust your intuition. And it's not all about appearances. You know, it's more so about what is within the soul, what is within the divine being, what is the essence, that pure essence of you, the oversoul, the higher self, that part of you that's uncontaminated. We must trust that. So if this spoke to you, I recommend doing making your own potion. You know, this helps you to develop trust for yourself, and it helps me a lot. So yeah, thank you for that, Ashe. Okay, so let's see. Now I'm going to go into ways, modalities that we can use for healing. Okay. Is it you, Isis? Yep. Isis like, it's me. So this particular deck right here is the Isis Oracle deck that I'm using. And you can find it on Amazon. I like this a lot because it's short and potent and to the point. I also like it a lot because they're small, and I have super little bitty, my hands like baby hands. So these cards are just a perfect size for my hands. But yeah, it's like they was made for my hands. So Isis, thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your guidance, your wisdom. What information do you have for us today regarding our spiritual awakening, the energetic shift that is taking place? What would you like to share with us pertaining to the healing within the collective of souls who are awakening? I feel like I need to do something I hardly ever do. Kind of want to wash the cards, because I do sometimes have cards that kind of haunt me. So this is trusting and intuition as well. You know, you start reading cards and you try to do your layout and you shuffle the way everybody else do it. So it's really best, just like the best magic is the one you make up. Yeah, there's no right or wrong. Some stuff may be more beneficial and more powerful than others, but there's no right or wrong. So yeah, I'm doing this, and let's see, Isis. Healing for the collective. 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 Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The key of life. That's interesting. The key of life. The Ankh portends new life being born through you now. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Do not give up on your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction, and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. Let it happen. Wow. The key of life. So came up again. That's why I wanted to use this candle. You have support. You have more spiritual support to assist you than you are aware of. And this is the new life. This is the rebirth again. This whole setup of this energy, whatever was going on the last 5 years that you didn't like, you can just be done with it. You really can. You can be done with it and say, you know what? I'm not taking that energy into the next another 5 years. You know, no, I'm not doing it. I trust my intuition. I feel the inspiration, even if it's just short bursts and moments of inspiration. Sometimes we expect to feel inspired all the time because we're awakening, we woke. But no, there is a cycle to everything. You know, there's a back and forth and an up and down, as above, so below, as within, so without. There are cycles and stuff is constantly happening, and that is one thing about life here on this planet. We came here to experience these cycles as the creator, experiencing within a body, being here. So yeah, you know, y'all, like, whatever is something you've been desiring to do, something been in your heart, something you've been dreaming to do, like, this is a good time to pursue it. And you know, I can't come up here and do readings with y'all and then I'm not even doing the work, you know. And people who do a whole lot of videos, I'm like, man, how are they able to do all the spiritual work and, you know, do the videos and stuff? It just makes me wonder. But when you really start doing the work, you know, it's no more bullshit. It just, you know, I can't bullshit no more. I just need to do what I need to do. And so, yeah, this is why this card came up. And once you start aligning to source energy, okay, knowing that you are a co-creator, learning how to co-create deliberately versus co-creating by default, co-creating by what you refuse to take action on, being passive aggressive, not making decisions, all of that, this right here, it's time for it to be gone. Fear, you know, just start replacing that fear with love. Put love in that space. Speaking of which, we went hiking, and you know, shout out to somebody really, really special. You know who you are, but we went hiking, and she really just motivated and inspired me to do this. It's something I never did before. Especially, I've been hiking before, but not at nighttime. Okay, hiking with the intention set of joining other like-minded people who are awakening in the mountains, Sedona, Arizona, where one of the most powerful vortex there is, with other like-minded people under the full moon. It was epic, and I was so fearful. The climb was hard. It was so hard, y'all. I thought I was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. At some point, I took my mask off. I was like, you know what? I can't. No. Took my mask off. I stopped for a minute, took a few slow, deep breaths. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Excuse my French, but F this. You know, like I can't. I'm not turning around. But it was a point where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna turn around. This was a bad idea, and that was fear coming up, and that was sometimes when fear come up, if you go ahead and press through it, then you get the beauty that's on the other side of it. And that's exactly what happened. I pressed through it. And when we finally got there, the view was just, it was breathtaking. And the whole family was just in awe of seeing so many like-minded weirdos in one space, and just from every background, every culture. And we all had one intention set and why we were there. And it's so powerful when you have people with one intention to come together. It was just really beautiful and really powerful, but it was because of my courage that even happened. You know, it takes courage to be an awakened soul. It does. It cannot be done no other way without courage. So I would like to say to you all, this is the time to get the courage to do whatever it is and deal with whatever it is that you hadn't been able to. And a lot of inspiration is going to be coming in. So let's use this. This energy is going to be present, 2-3 days before full moon, 2-3 days before and after eclipse. Eclipse energy sometimes lasts for 6 months. I believe this energy is going to really carry us through to December. And yeah, so this is the time. Okay, so just don't give up on whatever it is that your heart desires. Start integrating at least some pieces of it, and making decisions as if you are already that person that is aligned to what it is that's in your heart. That's what this energy is here to help us do. So let's go into what is the biggest challenge. Okay, what is the biggest challenge? We know we need to heal. We got that. What's the challenge? So I'm going to use my Sacred Rebels deck. You can also find this deck on Amazon. I highly recommend this deck. It's by Lana Fairchild. She's definitely one of my favorites. And one thing I can say that this deck is definitely a multi-dimensional deck. It's multicultural, like a lot of the decks that I've been using lately. And it's very, very, very healing, this deck. And some of it is hard to hear, but I can't even explain. Y'all finna see. Okay, y'all finna see, y'all finna see. Okay, what information do you have for us regarding the biggest challenge? Focus on the lights. Here we go again. This is more about your perception. What you choose to see, the way you choose to see it, and how you choose to deal with it. Okay, whenever you do a reading or any form of divination, in the same thing, just keep coming up, keep coming up, keep coming up. That's that right there. That's divine guidance. Absolutely, that is divine guidance. Sometimes we need those universal echoes, because it's hard to stay focused. It is. It's difficult. A lot of us have a hard time just being able to meditate. So, it's just the mind is always racing. And this energy is like, nope, if you are still in your mind, yeah, fear is going to rule your life. Yes, anger is going to rule your life. You will not be able to master yourself. So we have to get out of the mind and into the heart. Okay, get out of the mind and into the heart. Religion taught us it was all about the mind of Christ, the mind. A man is, so he thinketh, whatever a man think about, so is he. If a man look at a woman with lust, he has committed adultery. This is a lot that I can interpret in all of that, but I'm saying that to say most of our indoctrination and how we were raised and what we were taught was to not trust the heart, that the heart is deceitfully wicked, that no man can trust the heart but God. And so, but without that, you're not going to be able to use intuition, because you got a lot of blockages that need to be healed and things that you need to surrender and let go of. So yes, let's read about the focus on the light. Okay. It says, a tremendous force of light is gathering around you. It is attracted to the purity of your intention to create from your heart. As your intention grows, so does the light. As the light grows, so does your intention. Magic wants to happen for you now. The synchronicity, the perfect timing, and opportunities and information that are needed will seem to be drawn right to your door. It's so true. We got so much to tell y'all about what happened on this trip. I cannot wait. It says, you may start to feel as if you cannot walk outside without stumbling into something helpful, wonderful, and inspiring. Y'all remember, it's all about perception. So this doesn't mean that everything that you have interaction with, every energy you interface with, it feels good to you. This just means, you know what? I'm going to shift my focus. It says, you might be startled as this interplay of light with your heart evokes many new successes and attracts an abundance of opportunities your way. You may need to adjust as the field of light grows stronger and its effect becomes more palpable. It may bring rather dramatic improvements into your world. You may be uncomfortable or feel out of your depth with these changes. This will be understandable, but it would be of shame for you to hold on to that resistance for anything more than a brief moment. Any resistance or fear will inhibit the continuing free flow of the light so that it can manifest its beauty through you in the physical world where it is needed. And this is why we are all here. We are sacred rebels. We are some of the first people in our families and maybe even in our circles of our friends and co-workers who are you know, having the courage to move past what has been presented to us as truth and actually researching and going into the dark places, you know. This is, you were called for this time. You watching this because you were called for this time. And if you needed some inspiration or to be reminded that you are important and why you are here is very important, that the timing is divine. Absolutely. Time and space is only for us to experience divinity and to be able to co-create using that divinity, using that sovereignty. Okay. It says, it is best to stay focused on your pure heart and intentions. Just allow all this to happen of its own accord without making it mean anything too personal. I'm telling y'all, this energy, people go trigger you. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Me and Ernest have been like having situations that could have turned into us bickering. And I've just had this thing where it's just like, you know what, pause, hold on, heart. I don't want to react from my mind because my mind is my subconscious programming and it's going to do whatever it is that used to make me comfortable, used to make me feel safe. I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, help me to respond, you know, and not react. And just in that brief moment of just having this internal dialogue, I'm able to shift my perception of whatever the conversation is, and I'm able to see past Maya, to see past the illusion and what's being presented to me. So it's so important that you know it's not personal. And it was one of the things that I told Ernest, which was, Ernest, sometimes you have a tendency to say things personally. I do too. And we're being healed of that. So it's not personal. No, it's not personal. And if you walk outside and drop your phone and feel like gravity just personally was just effing with you, no, you can switch your perception because no, it's not personal. These are just universal laws. These are forces. You know, it's not personal. So however that's showing up for you, just remember it's not personal. It says, simply let it be the workings of great light of your love flowing through you, through a pure heart, touching the world. Even if the light that is drawn to you and flows through you has some dazzling effects, you don't have to get caught up in it. Doing so might start you worrying that you are unworthy or that you are unable to keep up. And that's exactly how I was feeling. Even when I got this crystal, I was feeling so unworthy. Like I told you, I was like, why is this coming up? Where is this coming from? And, you know, I'm so glad she just kept calling me. But a lot of us, we worry about feeling unworthy. And so the main thing that you want and desire, your worry about it is what's keeping it away. It's what's blocking it. It's the resistance. So release the resistance and practice going downstream, like Abraham Hicks talks about, being able to just let go. When you let go, the corkscrew will come up to the surface all on its own, requiring not a lot of effort, you know. Yeah. And with the success we're having with the channel, I was like, I hope I can keep up, you know, like it gets scary sometimes, the growth and the connection that y'all feel from us. And yeah, so don't allow worry and fear to continue to block what it is that your heart desire and that you are ready for. The universe already has it queued up for you, but you just have not been in a place of surrender. You haven't been in a place of being able to be receptive, you know, because we have a lot of wounds, you know, and yeah, the trauma, we're working through that. And sometimes you can just get so caught up in whatever is happening that you just start feeling unworthy, and you worry that you're not going to be able to keep it up. It could be your relationship, you know, and you're like, man, I don't know if I got what it takes to make this relationship work anymore. But again, this is releasing the resistance. Just surrender. And things will allow the universe, trust the universe, you know, trust the energy of the divine feminine, trust the energy of the mother, the cosmic mother, daughter earth, mother nature. Trust that. Trust that. You trust that, you good. No matter what happens, you good because you have trust. It says, doing so might start you worrying that you are unworthy and unable to keep up. This worry will constrict possibilities rather than allowing the free flow of the light. So you have permission simply to be appreciative of the light and to enjoy it as you continue to focus on the things that really matter. The pure intention of your heart and your desire to create. If you are not sure what this means or how it would look on a practical level, consider this example. A service-oriented business becomes very successful financially and gains considerable commercial power, which can be used to help promote its message or assist other organizations in gaining exposure to the public. Of course, that power could be used in less pure ways, such as boosting your personal ego rather than promoting the agenda of the heart. Power games and politics might start erupting as the people grab for their share, and suddenly the purity of the project begins to crumble. Sometimes success can be like a powerful mirror and a shining searchlight as it shows up what was already within someone or a group of people. Under the spotlight of success, it is more intense and is amplified and obvious. This can give us an opportunity to sow the seeds of our own destruction or to work on what arises from a heart-centered perspective to create a firmer foundation that supports even greater attainment. How would that work in this example? By returning attention to the heart of why the business was started in the first place. It is wise to maintain focus on the pure original motivation for the work rather than shifting course to focus on money or influence. The latter are not bad per se, but they are a rather different vibration, focused on personal gain rather than heart-centered contribution. When focus shifts from the heart, the underlying energy of any creative project can be contaminated with lower vibrational forces such as fear, which is behind greed, for example. If this is not rectified, that business or creative project will begin to change and it will lose the luster of its original purpose that made it so attractive and magnetic to the light. Its continued ability to grow as a light in the world is diminished, and it may end up becoming just another corporate machine. Now we know the matrix is being torn down. We know patriarchy is being torn down. Inequality is not being tolerated anymore. We have spiritual help, you know, even daughter earth, mother nature, the cosmic mother, the divine feminine energy, that primordial energy of creation is here to say, I'm not having this no more. So yes, this is why you can start to just contaminate your own spiritual mission. So you really, going into the heart does help control the mind. And sometimes we try to just bypass the heart and control the mind, and it don't work that way. You got to go in the heart to be able to gain control and master the mind. Okay? It says the genuine heart-centered success that creates a win-win field of energy for all involved can only be attained, nurtured, and expanded when those creating the project or the business remain focused on the purity of the original intention. Don't let yourself get distracted from whatever the original intention was, your dreams, whatever it is you desire to create, to manifest in your life. We've been distracted a lot, but this time right here is really a really good time for you to go within. You know, moon is all about subconscious, and this is a really good time to deep dive within yourself and get to know yourself in a new way, so that you can make sure that you're not planting seeds of distrust, seeds of doubt and fear into whatever it is that you're wanting to lay a foundation for, to build on, okay? It says, this oracle brings an assurance of success of the highest order, and not just commercially, but from the heart. It will manifest as a highly valuable offering to the world. This applies to your projects and your endeavors and organizations. Your heart will keep you. Realize which group or project it applies to. It may be one more than the other. However, you must stay focused. Enjoy the glitter and lights of success, but don't be distracted by them. Stay on point with what you want to create and why, and stay true to yourself. This energy right here is rewarding people who are staying true to themselves, especially when you have people who probably really care for you and love you, and they're unable to, they don't understand where you're coming from, you know? They're not able to understand. They probably do understand. They stand up under the vibration in which you have been called to. But yeah, when you have a lot of that around you, it can sometimes make you fold, and you just stop being true to yourself. And whenever, a lot of us been doing that. The fear make you not be true to yourself. The fear of not being accepted anymore. Again, a lot of us grew up weirdos, black sheep, the ones who did not get the love and attention maybe that we should have from parents and things like that. I mean, bless their soul, they did the best they could, but you are becoming aware of why you are the way you are and the wounds and what that's connected to, okay? It says, this oracle brings another message. Don't be distracted by other paths around you at this time, as you are too close to succeeding on the one that you are on right now. Diluting your energies in the pursuit of too much will slow down your success, and the world needs your light to shine sooner rather than later. In time, you may diversify and explore other ways to express yourself, but for now, build what you are working on and know that success is coming. Know, didn't say believe, know that success is coming. Okay, that's beautiful. Now here's the healing process. So this is what I would equate to a light code activation. Okay, it says, imagine that a huge sunflower is following the sun from sunrise to sunset. Imagine a golden arc of light being created by the gently moving head of the sunflower. That arc of light flips upside down to become a vessel filled with golden energy that drops down like a rainfall of energy from the golden orb of the sun. Imagine you can bathe in the vessel of golden energy. It feels good. Stay with that good feeling and let it settle in your heart. In your own time, just open your eyes. And after that, you have completed this healing process. And you can do this more than one time. I've done this. Watching the sunflower move from sunrise to sunset. Imagine that it leaves an arc of light, golden light behind it. And then you're just going to imagine that light flips upside down and that energy is all within there. And you're just going to visualize that energy being poured down all over you. So that's beautiful. Again, this was focusing on the light. So shift your perspective. Things may not be as they seem to be. Okay. And the energy that is coming in is really helping us to continue to have this 2020 clarity so that we don't repeat patterns, karmic cycles, and things that are not beneficial for us. Try something new. This energy is all about independence, interdependence, sovereignty. And this is why it fell on the fake Independence Day. You can come in. I'm almost finished. I'm almost finished. Okay, tell her she can come back in here. So, you know, thank y'all so much for just vibing with us. You know, like, we really appreciate y'all. This is something that me and Ernest both struggle with. We do struggle with fear a lot. Fear of success, actually, and fear of failure. You know, this is really important to us. We really are family here, and we don't want to, it's just like, I don't know, when you start tapping into the mission of your soul, you have to perform reclamations and detach yourself from energetic cords with people and situations, and heal trauma passed down from womb to womb, you know, to be able to integrate yourself with your shadow self, and being able to just not allow your development to be arrested. This energy is like, no, your development has been arrested, but under this energy, your development, is going to just open up, and you will be able to grow and really experience the cocoon that we have been in the metamorphosis. We are coming out of the cocoon, okay? So be the butterfly that you came here to be. And, oh, you got a butterfly on your shirt. Okay, he did? Okay, good. So, yeah, I hope this was helpful for y'all. I wish I was able to go live, but again, we weren't. So this was special to me. You know, this right here, this is something that I feel like the shift that's happening is just, it's huge. It's epic. So trust yourself, okay? Don't give up on yourself. Know that you are worthy. Know that you have help. Whether you always know that you have help or not, that's okay. Just radical self-acceptance, okay? Be the radical, rebellious, sacred being that you came here to be. We are here to create the new heaven and earth, and we cannot do it if we continue to live in fear. Don't take inspired actions. Don't trust our own higher self, who is the holiest part of us. That is the part of you that is whole. That is the spirit. That is the movement. That is where the life energy comes from to be able to accomplish what you came here to do. And so I just want to, you know, remind y'all that a lot of us, we forgot who we were. And so we are the awakening gods and goddesses. And yes, when you awaken to that much power, you also awaken to the amount of responsibility and accountability that comes with being a god or goddess, learning how to co-create deliberately and actually paint your own canvas, and not let people just walk up to your canvas and slap, you know, paint all over it and mud and dirt. You know, it's time out for that. Like, no, if my canvas keeps getting contaminated by something, someone, or even myself and my own thoughts, let me master this situation, whatever's necessary. So meditation, trust, do your own readings, you know. If you don't have cards, you can use anything. You can use playing cards. Just listen to your intuition and see what the heart is saying to you. So yes, I hope that this was helpful. And I believe that, tomorrow you will already start seeing faster manifestation and synchronicity because of this energy, because of this reading. Yeah, I really do believe that's going to be a really fast turnaround and seeing the benefit of all the information that was shared with us tonight. So yeah, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I ain't afraid to say it. I'm a weirdo. It is what it is. But one thing that's undeniable, whether people agree with your lifestyle and your beliefs or not, when the eyes are the window of the soul, and when people who can see, they may be in deception or illusion, and they may not quite be awakened. They could be awakening. It don't matter. But when people can look in your eyes and see and feel that love exude you and surround you, it's kind of hard to be like, you know what? Maybe things aren't what I think they are. He do divination, but they don't come off as demonic the way I was taught because of divination, you know, and that's good because you cause cognitive dissonance in people. So if you have people around you who are like that, you just work on you and mastering yourself, and the power, the highest vibration is love. It don't matter what religion, what spiritual belief you're coming from. We know, especially love for self, because it has to start first. That's the highest of all vibrations. And it's one thing we all agree on, is that love is powerful, it is necessary, it transmutes energy. And yeah, and it heals, you know, it allows rebirth to happen. It allows us to move past fear, and fear and love are complete opposites, you know, of each other, on the same spectrum, but opposite ends. And so they're really similar, you know. And both of them can inspire you. And a lot of us have been more inspired by fear than we have been inspired by love. So just live in that love, live in your truth. It doesn't matter what people think about you. Live in that love and that truth. And the people with eyes to see will see the love, the divinity that is within you. And eventually they may even come back to you and start asking you questions. And I've been having some friends of mine who believe very differently than me, and they've been asking me questions about things they see at my house and maybe stuff they see me post. So yes, this is liberation. This is the true Independence Day. And this aligns with the false Independence Day, as above, so below. And sometimes you see supernatural things within the natural realm manifest themselves. And so that's what this whole thing's about: liberation, restoration, rebirth. But in order for us to create the new heaven and earth, we cannot allow fear to master us. We must master fear using the vibration of love. Turn it within. Everything that you need is within you. If you would like to get a personal reading, just message us. I haven't been doing them, so I have a list of people that I'm going to start doing. We'll be going back home tomorrow. So yeah, if you want to get a reading, just go to remnantsgathering.com and fill out the form. Let me know your availability and everything, and then I will correspond with you, and we'll get a day and time that works for both of us. Thank y'all so much for being present for this, and we love y'all. We appreciate you all. And I don't know if Ernest is going to come behind me with something, and if he's inspired to do so, he will. But yeah, and the potions and stuff, as soon as we get back in town, we're going to start on that. And we should have everything ready to roll out on the website. It's going to be limited. It's not going to be a whole lot of it. So if it resonates with you, you might want to go ahead and get it, because we're limited in how much of this we're going to make. So yeah, just keep an eye out for the channel and for the website so that you can get first dibs on this powerful, powerful vortex energy that is going to allow you to be the sacred rebel that you are. As we always say, man, your third eye has just been kissed.